Yo, morning guys, welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is the psychiatric self-therapeutic multimedia project to solve the problems, challenges, obstacles in my life, as well as a self-improvement process to reach the high goals ambitions that we've set for ourselves. With that being said, okay, if you would like an introduction, a brief summary as to what we do here on this channel, how we break it down into domains of life, sub-series, analogies, and so on and so forth, as well as the content, framework, as well as the copyright-free music and live stream schedule. You can find that all in the previous live streams for the past 3.5 years, straight up to January 2021. It's all there. So with that being said, into the table of contents for today. We roughly have a 14-minute long stream as usual, broken down into about maybe 8 segments. And this is the second segment, table contents. So we're going to start off with media assets. We're going to start off right here. The third segment is basically these digital social media kind of things or it doesn't have to be social media, but any screenshots. We'll start with screenshots, oftentimes photography that has to do with more important matters or mindset and attitude. After that, we're going to move on to the fourth segment, which is now separate now from that. It's all that photography right here, has to do with groceries, diet, cooking, stuff like that, as well as you can see some protective equipment here, basically household groceries. After that, the fifth segment is going to be covering, we're going to stand up, so you can see that in the backdrop right here. Here's my hand. That's region D1, and that's basically my room, right? So I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to turn over to here, region A7, later on stream in the fifth segment, and we need to cover very briefly some health-related materials here. So vitamins, supplements, that kind of stuff, my own business products, as well as back in region D1. I forgot to do this yesterday when I was short on time, but to cover where actually I'm going to move all of the stuff over there that we spoke about, such as, the toothpaste and so on and so forth, where that actually belongs. Sixth segment, after that, 7 and 8, so 6 is going to be, I believe, I'm going to do a little bit more abstract stuff. We're going to sit here after getting up, we're moving about. We're going to sit down here, we're going to talk a little bit abstract stuff such as relationships. I say abstract, I can't really show you this, right? Talk about relationships at my workplace, alongside with my income tax returns, right? Obviously with my accountant, as well as my volunteer coordinator at the long-term care senior home, and employment. So those kind of things that I can't really show you. Seventh segment, we're probably just going to dive into a little bit of the measurements and tracking, overall fitness. Has that improved, as well as budgeting, so finance, and that's what you see in the title right here. So we're back to a little bit of digital stuff. $54, that's how much it costs for groceries. Eighth segment, we're gonna finally wrap up by just, any questions, any comments if you have, we'll just leave it there. I'll try to answer, get back to you guys, and then we'll wrap off the entire stream with just a take-home message. So a lot to get through. 2 quick disclaimers before we get started. As usual, this is gonna be like a real life analog. It means to have to be real, raw, and genuine, and cover the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm not going to shy away from non-PC topics, from negative topics that involve emotional baggage or my personal insecurities, because I have to be honest. This is like an analogy as a time record of my life, in a sense. That's one part of the Ahn Rho Project. Second thing, it also has to be useful. So there has to be purpose. I have to be driven. I have lots to get through, obviously, but that just means that there has to be a useful, high utility stream. It means how to get stuff done, and it has to benefit me. So that being said, let's get started. So move this down here on the side, and let's start off with this kind of media stuff that we have from apparently Instagram. Stoic Reflections is a channel that I follow. I just want to say that, a big shout out to that channel. And I'm going to have to remove these photographs very soon, obviously, because copyright and stuff like that. But it says right here from Winston Churchill, success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. The other one says from Aristotle, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Now, I'm not a general fan of all these proverbs, because of how, basically how it's just too general. You can't really get too much out of it unless you've lived throughout enough experiences to be able to to be able to read between the lines. You could write an entire thesis on any one of these. But basically, yes, to constantly persevere and, still be able to get back up when you fail back to back. And, stuff like that is something that, I noticed and just took a screenshot of, and that kind of captures what I'm still trying to work through. So big shout out to that. That's a bit of philosophy, a bit of psychological tricks you can use. And then next, we're going to move on to photography and continue off of basically yesterday's live stream. This is going to take the majority of the stream today. We have some disposable masks here from No Frills, it seems. And if I can just expand that a little bit. Ignore the comments on the side if they come from bots. I can't really control that. But basically we have the bots here. I mean, we have the bots. We have the disposable masks here, as well as me taking some snapshots of some sensitive toothpaste, comparing the prices and stuff like that. So this is what happened over the weekend, obviously, and we have also some stuff here, and some dusters, some basically cleaning equipment that I wanted to take a look at and compare the prices with a dollar store. Moving on from that, we have we have about 5 in total screenshots here that we need to get through, photographs. And the next one here is like the kind of junk food I have is like corn chips and stuff, but it was on sale, that's why I bought it, 97 cents. And the next, according to the top left, top right, sorry, we have these like Indian snack food packages, very small, you can barely see it. And in the below, Swiss sticks, I said I didn't buy that. Oreo cookies we did on sale for $2, and sorry, coconut water, which is largely for the, again, just lower on sugar and high on potassium, so increase in a decrease in risk for potassium is just good for, what's it for your blood pressure, for lowering your blood pressure. Okay, moving on, we have still 3 more photographs and screenshots to run through. We have this Basse brand ultimate bar snack mix that I didn't buy. I just wanted to scan it out and see what it's like. I'm most likely going to make this purchase a couple weeks down the road because I want to try it out. And you can see I took the back and the screenshots, and for the nutritional facts, and compared that to the one that I did buy, which is the peanut one. So that's the 600 grams on the bottom left, right here, and then above it is the bar mix, which is 550 grams. Okay, so again, not very healthy stuff, I would say, high on sodium, but at least it does have a lot of fiber content, so it can help me to clear my guts. And it's something that I just want to try out for the most part. I just want to see what it tastes like. Next thing, we have this over here. On the back are the nutritional facts of Norman Su Bakery's brand of coconut bread, traditional Chinese, kind of Hong Kong, Taiwan, think of that kind of stuff. A bakery for $1.67. Here's the front, right? It says Norman Su Bakery coconut buns. Above it, you see the comparison of the 2 trail mixes of like peanuts and bar mix over to the edamame, so edamame beans. Sorry. You might think I'm sick or something. That's a little scary at this time, but my throat's just a little sore. Gotta be careful. Okay, so moving down, barely, but something I'm experiencing this morning. Okay, we have these buns here, spicy buns. Okay, there. That might be my sorry, but this is a Jamaican spice buns. For $1.50, right? And then we have the rest here is just from the previous week of the pizza and stuff, as well as some bread. I was just taking some snapshots of bread, and then the assorted pastries at the top left I did buy. So let's get rid of these now. So we finally ran through all the photography, which you see that in the title it says, "Come on already! I'm really tired of all this stuff." We've been trying to get through all the logistics, all the physical groceries and stuff like that, and capture all the inventory and the photography, digital saving above all. So okay, today's the last time, right? So let's get up now. Okay, so this is the 5th segment. So I'm gonna get up. Let's get up. Stand up. There's some stuff on my pants here. It's a little bit dirty, like some salt and stuff from some snacks I had. So I gotta be careful not to stand up too quickly. We have some stuff here. That's the Norman Su Bakery stuff. So this kind of stuff in B1 still needs to be moved over to, I don't know, somewhere else. It's not a big deal. Most importantly though, is this 2 things here. The peanut lovers thing I should mention. I didn't do this yesterday. I didn't mention where they go. This is region D1. I'll keep it upstairs. Keep it upstairs in my room. Maybe leave it up here. I'm not sure. I have to work it out. Same thing here too with Colgate toothpaste. This one's gonna move over to region B7. B7 here has all the sanitation and equipment, stuff like that. So I'm gonna crack open a tube of the Colgate, but I have to scan it first. I have to scan everything here. This is the first time I purchased this product, so I'm gonna have to do a little scan, and then before I start use it, put it electronically. All right, now this is very important. I might get to it tomorrow morning. Basically, my brother's gonna come back from university, so these 2 in region D, this is D1, this is D2, and D2 was all along the wall. It's 2 mattresses here, and I put a lot of shit on top, put a lot of bed frames, or laundry stuff. I gotta move this all off, all this food, all this kind of like equipment, all that laundry stuff, this laundry stuff. the bed, all that has to be taken off, and that's because my brother's coming back. And I forgot to mention that. That really should be the highlight of this stream's title instead of come on already. But I mean, I was tired of doing all that kind of shit, all the groceries. So these two things, these mattresses, need to be moved into the other room. The other tenant from Hong Kong, she went back, and it's a difficult time for her, but she went back anyways because family. And so my brother's gonna be moving in instead over to that place. So we're gonna have to move these bed frames over so that he can use it. And thank goodness, because that's doing me a big favor. But at the same time, now I have to think about where to put all this stuff. And most likely I'll talk about the logistics, like moving stuff from region D4. The clothing for donation is still here. I can't donate obviously due to COVID. I move it over here to the side, maybe put the stuff on top. I don't want to put it on the floor. Same thing with this crate here too. This crate down here, region D1, the crate is also not mine. It's for my brother, right? So, okay, back to here. I said supplements at the beginning of the stream, so here's a nice light here. Really wanted to cover this briefly. You see these 4 bottles that use on Health Sciences, Biomega, Core Minerals, Essentials, Help It Plus, Procosa, as well as the health packs. So the health packs and all these 4 bottles here. So all about 4 of these bottles are all about to go empty at the same time. That's the first time they've been so well in sync. So I'm going to have to take out those 4 in about 2 days and replenish them with these. Again, all of them come with this kind of saran wrap. So just seal, safety seal. I've got to peel off the seal and throw it in the garbage. And as for all of these, they belong over here. So the health packs belong over here in A5 instead of A7. Same with the bottles can move over there. And the rest of the bottles, of course, I can recycle or keep some as samples. Put it up here in region C1, C2, which is where I actually took these bottles from. Okay, that was a lot more logistical stuff I had to talk about than I wanted to because of region D2 here, the mattresses and having to coordinate everything. We'll continue that tomorrow morning. So what I want to talk about now is abstract stuff. So we're going to sit down in a chair. This is region A5, A2 or something like that. And so, yeah, A2. I want to say, in terms of, oh man, there's a lot to get done. That's why I'm so late today. But yesterday I had to call my accountant, so finance and stuff and relations, and he made sure, it's between business people, so there's a lot of important stuff. I sorted some misunderstandings. He's very busy. His health is doing better. I didn't receive the email or whatever for signing off income tax or whatever, and but that's not a big deal because he's informed me that I don't have to pay the government anything. In fact, the government's going to refund me this year with money, which is the way it's been for most of my time. And then on top of that, he is doing well, and he's gonna take a break after and finally check out the resources I sent him through the Ahn Rho Project in neuroscience, neuroplasticity, and psychiatry, hopefully to help him in life. And that's going to be after, obviously, April. In addition to that, yesterday at the workplace, so between me and the managers and the owners of the workplace, specifically the owner himself, so he got a much better understanding of how I work, and that I have actually a pretty good understanding. He was trying to find solutions, and every solution that he found, I demonstrate to him that I have actually thought of everything. I've done everything. And so he's like, well, shit, But I'm like, it's not, no. I know this is my role and my responsibility. All right, anyways, moving on. So it's good. Also, I checked up on a colleague of mine yesterday. Her husband, unfortunately, has COVID-19 and is in the hospital. So hopefully she's returned. I don't want to get too personal here, right? That's why I don't mention names. In addition to that, also this morning I had to give a call. Yesterday also had to work out the email in the morning with the product resources that I sent to the accountant, also to my coordinator at the long-term care seniors home for volunteering. So I still volunteer at the seniors home. So she's resigned from her role, and I had to send the project resources to her, and they're different from the one from the accountant. I had to tailor it out, as well as making a phone call to her this morning by voicemail and say, hey, it was nice working with you all this time, and I'm gonna miss you, and everyone's gonna miss you. So I hope she's doing well. I hope she didn't resign for negative reasons, but I couldn't get too personal with that, right? It's just gotta keep it professional. Yeah, and hopefully you make use of the resources too. Now, that being said, I have like 15 seconds left. Well, shit. I guess I can't cover fitness. I can't cover fitness, and I can't say anything down to the comments because it's all bots, so whatever. That's fine. And I'm not going to deliver a take-home message. I have 10 seconds left. So I'll just see you guys tomorrow morning. This is the Ahn Rho Project. Thank you for tuning in. And again, $54 at the top. All groceries are done. Wipe it off. Ciao.